Ever been dissed? You know, when someone says something rude or disrespectful and you're left feeling like a punching bag. We've all been there, but what if I told you that there's a way to handle those situations with grace and dignity? Let's dive into the wisdom of the ancient Stoics. These guys were basically the original life coaches, figuring out how to navigate life's ups and downs thousands of years ago. They had a knack for dealing with tough situations, and their ideas are just as relevant today. In this guide, we'll explore 5 Stoic lessons that can help you handle disrespect like a boss. We'll talk about everything from understanding your thoughts to setting boundaries and practicing self-compassion. So, whether you're dealing with a rude co-worker, a toxic family member, or just the general negativity of the world, these lessons can help you keep your cool and stay grounded. Lesson 1. Understand the power of your mind. Ever felt like you're at the mercy of your thoughts? Like your mind is a wild horse that's hard to tame? Well, you're not alone, but guess what? You have more control over your mind than you think. The ancient Stoics, those wise old Greeks and Romans, were all about mastering their minds. They understood that our thoughts are what truly shape our experiences. As the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius put it, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let's break it down. Imagine your mind is like a garden. If you plant negative seeds, like fear, anger, or resentment, you'll reap a harvest of negativity. But if you plant positive seeds, like gratitude, peace, and joy, you'll reap a harvest of positivity. So, how do we cultivate a positive mental garden? Watch your thoughts. Notice when you start to spiral into negative thinking. Are you catastrophizing, overgeneralizing, or engaging in all-or-nothing thinking? Challenge your thoughts. Once you identify negative thoughts, ask yourself if they're really true. Is there another way to look at the situation? Practice gratitude. Focus on the good things in your life. Gratitude can shift your perspective and make you feel more positive. Mindfulness meditation. This practice helps you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Remember, your mind is a powerful tool. By understanding how it works, you can harness its power to create the life you want. A real-life example. Let's say you get passed over for a promotion. You might initially feel angry, frustrated, and even a bit defeated. But instead of letting these negative emotions consume you, you could choose to reframe the situation. Perhaps this experience will lead you to discover a new opportunity or develop a new skill. The Stoics would encourage you to focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions. By shifting your perspective, you can turn a setback into a setup. Remember, it's not about avoiding negative thoughts altogether. It's about learning how to respond to them in a healthy way. With practice, you can cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset. Lesson 2. Cultivate inner peace. Feeling stressed out, like the world is constantly weighing you down? Well, the Stoics had a pretty sweet trick for dealing with life's ups and downs: cultivating inner peace. You know that feeling when you're so stressed about something that you can't think straight? The Stoics would say that's giving too much power to external events. It's kind of like letting a small pebble create a ripple effect in a calm pond. So, how do we achieve this inner peace? Mindfulness meditation. Think of your mind as a busy city street. Thoughts are like cars rushing past at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Mindfulness meditation is like pulling over to the side of the road and simply observing the traffic. You're not trying to change anything, just notice what's going on. Focus on the present moment. The past is gone, and the future hasn't happened yet. The only thing we truly have is the present moment. By focusing on the now, we can reduce anxiety about the future and regret about the past. Practice gratitude. Shifting your focus to the good things in your life can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. It's like looking for the silver lining in every cloud. Let go of what you can't control. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. Some things are within our control, our thoughts, our actions, and some things are not, the weather, other people's opinions. By focusing on what we can control, we can reduce stress and anxiety. A real-life example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting angry and frustrated, you could use this time to listen to a podcast, enjoy the scenery, or simply take a few deep breaths. This shift in perspective can turn a frustrating situation into a peaceful one. Remember, inner peace isn't about avoiding all negative emotions. It's about learning how to respond to them in a healthy way. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and acceptance, you can cultivate a sense of calm that will serve you well throughout life. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Lesson 3. Set boundaries. Ever felt like a doormat? You know when people walk all over you and take advantage of your kindness? It's time to dust off that backbone and learn how to set some boundaries. The Stoics were all about understanding what was within our control and what wasn't. Setting boundaries is all about taking control of your life. It's about saying, "Hey, this is where I draw the line." Why is setting boundaries important? Self-respect. It shows that you value yourself and your time. Healthy relationships. Boundaries help to create healthier, more balanced relationships. Reduced stress. When you have clear boundaries, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed or resentful. So, how do we go about setting boundaries? Identify your values. What is important to you? Your time, your energy, your peace of mind. Communicate clearly. Be direct and assertive when expressing your needs. Use I statements to avoid sounding accusatory. For example, instead of saying, "You always interrupt me," you could say, "I feel disrespected when I'm interrupted." Practice saying no. It's okay to say no. In fact, it's essential for maintaining healthy boundaries. Enforce your boundaries. If someone crosses a boundary, don't be afraid to address it. A real-life example. Let's say you have a friend who constantly borrows your things without asking. You might feel taken advantage of, but you're too afraid to say anything. By setting a boundary, e.g., "I'm happy to lend you things, but please ask first," you're showing your friend that you respect yourself and your belongings. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about being selfish or rude. It's about taking care of yourself and your needs. The Stoics would say that it's a necessary part of living a virtuous life. As the Roman philosopher Seneca once said, "A man is not truly free until he has overcome his fear of death." Similarly, we're not truly free until we've overcome our fear of setting boundaries. Lesson 4. Practice self-compassion. Ever been your own worst critic? We all have those moments when we beat ourselves up over our mistakes or shortcomings. It's time to give yourself a break. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were masters of self-control, understood the importance of self-compassion. Why is self-compassion important? Improved mental health. Self-compassion can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Increased resilience. When you're kind to yourself, you're better equipped to handle life's challenges. Better relationships. Treating yourself with kindness sets a precedent for how you treat others. So, how do we practice self-compassion? Talk to yourself kindly. Notice your inner critic and replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Recognize your common humanity. Everyone makes mistakes. Be kind to yourself and remember that you're not alone. Practice self-care. Engage in activities that nourish your body and soul. Mindful self-compassion. This involves acknowledging your pain, recognizing that suffering is a part of the human experience, and offering yourself kindness and support. A real-life example. Let's say you mess up a big presentation at work. Instead of beating yourself up, you could practice self-compassion by saying to yourself, "Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay to learn from this experience." Remember, self-compassion isn't about being indulgent or self-centered. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. As the philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your reaction to setbacks can either make you stronger or break you. Choose self-compassion. Lesson 5. Live a virtuous life. Want to live a life with purpose and meaning? The Stoics believed that the key to a good life was to live virtuously. But what does that mean exactly? It's not just about being a good person. It's about cultivating certain qualities that will help you navigate life's challenges. What does it mean to live a virtuous life? A virtuous life is a life lived in accordance with nature. It's about aligning your actions with your values. The Stoics identified several virtues, including wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom. This involves using your reason to make sound judgments and live a life that is in harmony with nature. Courage. This is the ability to face fear and adversity with strength and fortitude. Justice. This is about treating others fairly and honestly. Temperance. This is about moderation and self-control. How can we live a more virtuous life? Practice daily reflection. Take some time each day to reflect on your actions and consider how you could have acted more virtuously. Seek out role models. Look to people who embody the virtues you admire. Cultivate gratitude. Focusing on the good things in your life can help shift your perspective and make you a more positive person. Practice acts of kindness. Small acts of kindness can make a big difference in the lives of others and can also help you feel more connected to your community. A real-life example. Imagine you're at work and a colleague makes a mistake. Instead of gossiping about them, you could offer to help them correct the mistake. This would be an act of justice and kindness. Remember, living a virtuous life isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself. The Stoics believed that by cultivating virtue, we could achieve inner peace and a sense of purpose. As the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." So there you have it. 5 Stoic lessons to help you navigate the murky waters of disrespect. Remember, it's not about letting people walk all over you. It's about responding to negativity in a way that empowers you, rather than letting it drag you down. The next time someone tries to knock you off your game, remember the Stoics. Remember that you have a choice in how you react. You can let their words hurt you, or you can choose to rise above it. By understanding your thoughts, setting boundaries, and practicing self-compassion, you can turn a negative experience into a positive one. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Remember, the goal isn't to become a robot without feelings. It's about developing the emotional resilience to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. By embracing the Stoic philosophy, you'll be better equipped to face any challenge that comes your way.